everyone. Good day to you all. I'm here in another week, and this week we'll be talking on God's timing. What is God's timing? God's timing means when you work with God, when it is God's time, when you work aligned with God's will, His will for your life, His time for your life. Are we to rush over things? Are we to go faster than God? Are we not meant to walk on the same level, if not behind Him, if not walking behind Him? We should walk on the same level with God or behind God. I have a guest speaker that will be speaking to you concerning this topic, and he'll be telling us of life challenges. He'll be speaking on God's timing and how we need to walk with the principles of God, how life works. I remembered there's some certain stage in my life that, in fact, I thought I wanted to walk faster than God. I wanted to be so fast. I wanted to walk very faster than God, but God drew me back. Some people take setback or delay as a failure, but I will tell you that most times the setback and delay are God's timing. God kept you in a waiting room for a purpose. He doesn't want you to go beyond what His will or His plans for your life. And I remembered even when I heard a voice, the Lord said, move out from that place, go to that place. I did not move out. I was still there because I felt I don't want to move because I felt that place is quite better now. I thought the place I was actually the best place for me. But when I heard the voice of God, I have to move. But it took me like 3 to 4 years before I moved. And there are some things I was actually pursuing. I wanted to achieve. But do you know that I didn't achieve it that moment? It was 10 years after I started, things started working out for me. And truly, if you follow God's timing, when it is time, it's going to work easily. It's going to be easy for you. You're not going to struggle for it. You're not going to drag it. It will just fall in place. It will just work in an ease. You feel like as if you're not. Actually, it is not easy to be in a waiting room for long. It's not easy to wait on God, but if we can have the patience to wait on Him, when it is time, it will fall in place. When it is time, it will be very easy. So follow me now. My guest speaker, will be speaking on this topic, God's timing. Listen and be blessed. Catch you later. Thank you.
Good afternoon, my people. Good afternoon, all. By the grace of God, I have the opportunity to talk about this very important subject, which is titled God's Time is the Best. Of course, God's time for us in life is always the best. The problem that many people have today is not waiting on God for the right time. And you see, God has a time for every individual. If you look at our fingers very well, when you stretch them out, you will definitely see that all fingers are not equal. So also, God's time for each and every one of us here on earth are not equal. The time that He has for Mr. A would not be the same thing with the time He has for Mr. B. Mr. A may have a short lifespan, and Mr. A and B rather, may have a long lifespan. And with this short period of the time God gave to this Mr. A, which is short, God, because of the shortness of His time, may facilitate or hasten His achievement, knowing full well that He has a limited time to live on earth here. And the time that He has for Mr. B, God has the longer time for Mr. B to spend a longer time here while on earth here. So He may likely want to slow down his achievement, whatever he wants to achieve on earth before he crosses over to the other side. So what I'm saying in essence is this: the time God has for us is the best. Maybe you may not have the opportunity to go to school at the earliest time, but not giving up to your goal, knowing fully well that you know the destiny God has given to you, not giving up, eventually you get admission. It could be at a different time. The time God has for you, that's why you got admission. And you're going to definitely achieve your destiny, because your destiny can only be no delay. It cannot be denied. So let me give you a practical example from the Bible. The case of what? Of Sarah and Abraham. God promised Abraham and Sarah that He's going to give them a child. But because of impatience, though the child came when they were I think Abraham was 100 years at that time. You could see the possibility of God, the power of God. Sarah was 90 years old. Originally, scientifically, when a woman crosses the age of 45 years, she may not likely give birth again, except you take the supernatural power of God. But at the age of 90 years, Sarah could be able to give birth to a child. Because when God promised an individual who wait patiently on Him for his or her own time, that thing definitely must come to achievement. At the age of 90 years, Abraham was 100 years, they gave birth to Isaac. And you can see the fruit of Isaac today. We'll talk about the case of Hannah. Hannah was a married woman. We know the story as well. Waiting on God. Each time she go to Shiloh, she prayed unto God, "Oh God, give me my own child." And eventually, God heard her prayer and gave her Samuel. Also see the case of Elizabeth in the Bible from the New Testament. Also, she was a married woman. She was waiting upon to God for the fruit of the womb. God visited them at a different time. So, come to our own time dispensation. Maybe God has a plan for you. Of course, God has a plan for every one of us. But maybe you have Mr. A and Mr. B. The plan that God has for Mr. A will be different from the one that has for Mr. B. Maybe God say this is the time for this Mr. A to get to achieve the particular time. And you seems to be or feel that, oh, he's my mate, we are of the same age, we have the same mother, we came from the same background. She is getting this, he is getting that, I'm not getting that. Don't worry, your time is coming. When God says that yes, this is your own time to achieve that, you will even likely achieve more, even greater than what he or she have achieved in the past. So God expects you as an individual, listen to this very video, to wait patiently on God for the right time. When the time comes, definitely you will get.
I believe you guys have listened to it, and I believe you've learned a lot on this topic. I'll be blessed if you comment and like and share. There are some persons that need to hear about God's timing. We don't need to rush over things. We need to walk with God. Allow God to do His plans for us. Allow God to do what He wants to do for us. Please share,